I have to go through my phone. I don't know if because the person was spamming. So we're going to finish up. So I'll wait a couple of minutes. Hopefully that you will see me. Let me put my headphones on so you can hear, because I can't go through that way. So give me a second. So hopefully you guys will see me. That's live a different way. Hit the likes if you could see me. I went through my phone. It seems like this is happening every time, but you know what? We're going to keep it moving because it's good information. And I know that's nothing but a reason for that. So you can't do something that will change your life. So this would be my second time trying to enter back in. It kind of cut off, and I don't know, but we're going to keep it moving. Okay. So those that will see, hopefully you see me. Sorry about that. Yeah, I got you moderating, but it happened last week, so it's something about the message. Okay, so that's normally it shouldn't be, but we'll just keep it moving. So anyway, so so if you could see me, thank you for coming back. The other part will stay up, I suppose, and it will stay in the live feed. So I'll just say part two. I'll clear up the title here to know that we're continuing. Know that the information is also written up on Patreon. Okay, so moving right along. Okay, so know that you need to cleanse your altars during this time. You can cleanse your ancestor altars. You could also cleanse your regular altars as well, but you want to really focus on your ancestor altars if you're guided during this waxing gibbous moving into full moon. Okay, so I strongly suggest that you clean that up because they come to visit during this time. Okay, and so all right. So the release is being placed, being getting you ready to release, all right? And releasing your energy with the full moon. And so the full moon is all about release. So wax and gibbous has you to start getting ready to release with the energy of love, and having these emotions and starting to feel more feeling how your ancestors will seem to flow in into your ancestor space. Or if you don't have an ancestor altar, you can feel those different energies or different memories. You may have an outer feeling, you may have memories of the past of people. Okay, those are portals. So we're preparing for the full moon release, and blessings attached with the full moon. Also, prepare to cleanse your crystals during this time. So during the wax and gibbous, you want to start preparing cleansing, maybe cleansing your space where you live, cleansing your home where you live, your vehicles, wherever you're cleansing, you're guided to do, you can cleanse. Okay, doing a deep cleaning. Also, is a good time to start preparing for baths, deep cleansing baths as well. If you check out the video, and this will be on replay, this particular magic wax and gibbous. But if you look at the video that during this season is full moon, I talked about a bath cleanse. Okay. Also, you could cleanse start preparing during this wax and gibbous, cleansing your altar items, cleansing your crystals, your jewelry, or other items under the moonlight, and yourself for a power source to enter into the next cycle as you approach um, the full moon. Okay, so wax and gibbous is like this segue into it. Okay, hit the likes. There's 6 people here. Hit the likes. Um, Morgan, I have you as a moderator. Ayana, you was coming in and out trying to hit the moderator for you to become a moderator. So next time I'll hit that as well. So the full moon. Your new moon intention started with this beginning of the month, which was you're welcome. The new moon, which started in this month series in March, was Pisces. Okay. So in any new moon, you'll see when we get into the wax and gibbous that at this point, the cycle you want to start seeing your intentions that you had set with the new moon intentions. Okay. And they'll start manifesting now. All right. So you'll start seeing manifestations. Okay. So you'll start seeing that. And at wax and gibbous, the moon will feel more expressive too, as well. So you'll start seeing manifestations of your intentions, looking at looking at your journal, seeing what has shown up. Also, at the wax and gibbous moon, we're more expressive outwardly. So we move from maiden stage to lover stage. So keep in mind at the beginning of the video, I talked about that wax and gibbous is archetype what? Lover. Okay. Archetype lover. Last week was first quarter, and she is what type? Archetype huntress. So, and then there's different, everything has an alignment. Everything goes and cyclical energy with the full with the moon phases. Okay, so this is the moon phasing teaching. um so you're moving from maiden, we're now in lovers. You'll feel more social, like you want to be more social and move, dancing, more exercise, and moving more. So you feel more energetic. Now, everybody, again, as I was saying in part one, before we got disconnected, is that you have to monitor your energy with each phase. Okay. You chart it and you take note of it to see how you react. Okay, how your body is adjacent herself or himself with the moon phases. So one of the things you want to have is that the one of the things you want to have with working with the moon cycle is a you want to have a moon app. I'm going to reiterate that you need to have access to a moon app. Okay. Now that can be right on your computer. It could be on your phone, whatever it is, you want to have it accessible to you on a daily basis so that you're charting it and you can write the percentage down, what the percentage is of the moon and what phase it's in. Okay. And I've suggested to draw the moon each day in your journal and draw it and do all the little cute things that go along with it so that you can attach yourself to it and also look at the moon each night. You want to make sure you have a journal, a sacred written journal, so you can write each day how you feel with the moon. Okay. And writing is important. I strongly suggest the written journal than a technical journal. But do what works for you. But I strongly suggest writing is more important than putting it in a computer or in one of your devices. But that's not a mandate. Do what works for you, but ultimately do it. That's the most important thing. Write daily the moon phase again and the percentage. Write gratitude. Write up the energy of gratitude. Say gratitude with this, and what are you grateful for? One or two things or three things that you're grateful for. Okay. I recommend each with working with the moon phase. This is part of your altar setup, your altar energies that you should have a candle. It could be a tea light candle, something like that. I'm just showing you one of my candles that's burning while I'm teaching. This is a protection. With Lecities and Morte. Um, to work with a candle each day. Now, I'm gonna teach a little bit about because I'm hearing to talk about this full moon in Pisces as we guide into this energy. Now, there's an energy. It teaches us about perfection, and those some things that we want to be conscious of. And so, I want to say that I was feeling very frustrated. The one when I tried to get on the computer to get on the live, it wasn't working for me to enter in properly. And then as we got into the teaching, then we got someone to come in and to post, something, whatever they want to do. And then I believe it threw the synchronicity off. But and through that, the lesson for that is even for me and for you is that looking at as full moon and Pisces is teaching like, hey, Don't look for perfection. Know that if you start to feel some frustrations, take a deep breath. Just know that it's okay that things do not go perfectly, and to go with the movement of fluidity, and that it's okay that things may not go as you design or you want it to do, but ultimately follow through. So you may have that experience during this full moon in Pisces, and after Pisces kick in on Thursday, that it will maybe have that energy that will flow after it after 72 hours. Okay, so you want to be mindful of that things don't go perfectly, and it's okay that you can still roll with the punches anyway, that 1-2 punch, so that you know that you can move forward. And today in the numerology, as we come, and I'm going to get back to what I was saying on this March the 17th being taped live. Today is the lucky number 7. So if you go to the community board here on YouTube, you will see what I wrote up for the numerology number of the day. Welcome to the channel, family. Please hit the likes. That helps the algorithm. We're on part 2 because we had a lot of technical issues, but that's okay because Pisces says roll with it. That's what she's saying. So I'm just rocking with what she's saying, to just reset, regroup, reset, and move forward and be fluidity. Okay. And that's really the theme of this year. The theme of this year is fluidity. Okay. That is the theme. So write that in your journal and place that somewhere. You can see that in the 2022 predictions video that is up on the YouTube channel here. Okay. So you want to make sure that some of the things with applying this, and you can also join Patreon, is you want to make sure you have a candle. You could do a tea light candle, a small chime candle, or you can do a birthday candle, but it's opening up the light of your energy. It's saying, hey, I'm here. It's the light. Okay. And also an incense. Incense is also giving you calling the corners of the earth, and it's one of the elements of the earth, of air. And then we have candle of fire. And then we have crystal. You want to add a crystal to your altar with this moon. I recommend a clear crystal, but you do as you feel guided. Okay. Also, you want to make sure that you have handy dandy pens and markers. It is so fun to make sure that you have really cool things to write with, because it will push you to be more creative. So you want to have different ink pens and markers. I have a lot of different ink pens and markers, and I'm not saying that to be a consumer of product, but those are things that I acquire of time. And I go to the stores and I pick up ink pens and markers and things because I like to do that. It helps me to write and create and have fun. Like when you were a child and you will create and draw, it brings out that creativity out of you. Okay. So those are things to set up your small altar space towards for the moon, and also put in a system of having a system of a lifestyle spiritual practice. It's a lifestyle. It's not a fad. It's not a oh, that felt good to me today, then next. Because keep in mind, spirituality is not a feeling. It is a decision to make it part of your life, of a consistent lifestyle. I'm going to say that again. Spirituality, a spiritual practice, whatever you do, it's not a feeling. It is a conscious decision to work through your spiritual journey. If you're working off of your feelings, it is nothing but flesh, and we keep looking for the next jump off. The next, ooh, that felt good to me. Ooh, that was for me. Okay, that was just an emotion. Okay, but after you get through that emotion, then what? Okay, so it's a lifestyle. 15 minutes daily to connect is a recommendation that I have with the moon. We have Patreon, so you can join it today to get the course series. I have it written in written form. It is there. There's journal prompts that is there. It starts at a $5 tier. A monthly is less than a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. I also have a monthly lunar workbook that is beautifully designed. The tier level for that is $10 a month. that is less than a meal out that some of us are do. We spend more than that eating, but it's a true investment for your consistent spiritual dive, so that way you have a marker or something to do, and also it keeps you accountable in Patreon. It keeps you accountable. Okay, so you want to feed your spirituality, your journal daily. Okay, your journey daily to grow and develop so that you can weather the times of life of uncertainties. Okay, because the hand of the divine infinite of God is the same. It's the same hand and it never changes. So the divine infinite, the God, the creator of the universe, whatever the way you may say that, whatever that is for you, it is the same hand. Okay, so what I'm meaning that it never changes. The divine is always waiting and available for you. So it's not, it's going to flip or change. No, if you show up, the divine is showing up to say, hey, I am here. Come and sit with me and learn from me. That you have an eternal friend, an eternal guide, along with your angel, spirit guides, ancestors, deities, whatever you may, that will help you and sit with you in areas of your life that no other person can touch, because that is where your innermost part of your life is, the innermost part that no one knows but the true creator of your life, and that you chose to come into this earth realm to get the spiritual journey along the way. So we don't know how long you'll be or how long all of us will be, but in between time, do something to maximize your spiritual growth and lifestyle so that you could be a branch to someone else. um, get into your own personal relationship with the divine. It's personal, it's a relationship. It takes time and it's not a feeling. I always know that. Okay, it's not fleshly. Um, so you can stay steady in the practice. Steady. Steady means solid. Fast means fragile. Okay, so steady is the course, brings solidity, it brings about a solid practice. Fast brings about fragileness, and then you're going from everywhere and not really sitting and getting a true drink of the living waters that will refresh your soul from the divine. Okay, so moving right along, I'm going to give you a short um, reading to go along with what we were saying. Is there any questions in the process? Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. The how it comes up in the chat here on the live, it may be a little iffy. It may come up slowly, so my apologies if I'm not able to see. Okay, but yeah. So let me see what Spirit has to say to you with this Waxing Gibbous series as of today, learning about the Waxing Gibbous. What do you have to say to each and every one of them and the collective that will hear this message from the infinity enemy? What do you have to say today? Okay, so the overall energy with this Waxing Gibbous, and hit the likes, please, because there's 13 in the room. Hit the likes. The overall energy is that what Spirit was conveying from last week into this week is luck is on your side. Now it's in reverse. Okay. Now the reason why it's in reverse is that it's in process. So luck is on your side. It's in process. Today we pulled the numerology number of lucky 7. Go to the community board. You will see it there. And also luck is on your side because it's in the process. March and April is one of the most luckiest months of the collective year. Okay. And astrology numbers, astrology is considered the beginning of the year, is beginning is in April, but collectively we look at that year from March to April, but on an astrological sense, is April is the beginning of each astrological year. So, in other words, at the end of the day, March, April right now is considered a very hot, lucky month, and you want to utilize that. So you want to know that luck is in process. Work with manifesting luck in your life. If that means, um, burning a cinnamon stick, carrying cinnamon around, maybe carrying some rice in your wallets, in your pocketbooks, in your cars, in your bags. Having a thing of rice on your desk and submerging your hands into it, that brings about luck. Okay, so you want to know that it's on the way, and it is time of healing. Okay, so what spirit is also aligning with this balsamic, I'm thinking about balsamic of new moon because it's balsamic here, but with this waxing gibbous of budging out, um, a time of healing is all about what full moon is releasing. So when you go through releasing, those are times of healing. That is time of forgiving, bringing about looking inward to release. And it's aligning itself up with the conversation that we've been having. So you want to make sure that you're doing a release during this time. Allow yourself to heal. Speak to yourself and say, Self, you are healed. You are healed. I thank you for being healed from within, and it's showing on the outward side. Also, giving yourself a new outlook, giving yourself um, a new persona by healing yourself from within and bringing it outward. And then that will give your persona on the outside a different look because you brought about healing and you're stepping out of that old shadow into a new shadow, and you can feel it releasing off of you. And do take time to do the release during this wax and give. Is writing down what you need to release, and then on full moon time, do the release. Check out the video that is up on the full moon of Virgo. And if this goes into the ethers down the line, you will know that you do releases with the full moon. Okay. All right. So that's that. And then we have expect a powerful change. Expect a powerful change. So there is change that is coming. These are angels do this. Spirit, my nose tickles when I'm doing work like this. um Expect powerful change. Okay, so get an expectation of knowing that change. Hope is something that we've been talking about during this past week, the beginning of the spiritual message on Instagram and on YouTube short was all about building up confidence. And so confidence has a lot to do with hope, and hope takes us into expectation, not a mellow hope. Oh, I hope it happens, but you have no expectation. Hope is real, and it's a part of expectation, but it's not a feeling, it's a decision to say, hey, I will live in hope and I will expect the expectation that I want for this powerful change that will happen, part of you, and the message that is given through this waxing gibbous. Okay. All right. So, in saying that, um, this is a beautiful time to work with the wax and gibbous. Take time with yourself during the wax and gibbous of writing everything that has been talked about here in the other video that it ends. That's the beginning of the wax and gibbous conversation. Also, go to Patreon. You will see there, join today. Don't procrastinate. Join today so that you can move into your todays and not jump off the video and be like, oh, I was going to do that, squirrel. Because what happens, squirrel? You forget. You forget. You hear something, but hearing and doing is two different things. People hear things, but is it applicable? Okay. So if you join Patreon, is you can join it and you will see the series there. There's a lot of information that's there all the time, spells, weekly inspiration, teachings that's there. We also offer a master class that is on Saturdays. Right now, we're working through intuitive magic that will help you to hear yourself, listening to yourself, and be on point. So you know in your inner self how to move in this realm and hearing it. So intuitive magic is very important for all of us to listen from within. So you can join. It's still available right now. It's on Saturdays from 9 to 11 live Zoom. It's an interactive class. No, it is not a self-paced. It's to get you to join and be accountable so that you have a real dialogue that we need in our todays. Okay. Also, I offer psychic therapeutic readings that will change your life, along with diagnostic consultations, counseling sessions, um, so much more offerings that is on the website. And make sure that you join us on Instagram. I offer great things there on the stories and in the post, as well as follow us on Facebook. Follow our website and join our email so you can get offerings there and updates. Join Patreon, and most importantly, join yourself to be true to yourself, to dive deep. Trust and believe in yourself always so that you can grow and go. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful waxing gibbous time and do the work. See you later. Bye bye.